My name is Dr. Muthoni Ntonjira. I'm the Managing Director at Philips East Africa. I lead the business within the East African region, where we have a direct organization, and in the other 6 priority countries within Eastern Africa, we work through channel partners or distributors. I'm a consultant and a physiologist, right? But in the process of our training, there's very little exposure or even training around management, around business, around looking at strategy, looking at organizational culture, looking at how to manage stakeholders. That's not really a focus when it comes to clinical trainings. Yeah, the focus is primarily medicine. So what this does to you, you're not losing anything from your clinical side, but you're augmented as a clinical practitioner to, and more so if you have a management role, to look at the different spheres of your healthcare organization and bring out the best and also optimize what you currently have within your organization. So it's such an important value add that I feel some of these modules that we took us through during the MBA in Healthcare Management course should be embedded in any master's program in clinical work. Communication, organizational culture, building strategic management. These are very critical, because once we qualify as specialists, ordinarily as you're given a very senior role, just based on your clinical qualifications. But you see, a lot of what we learn is through experience, but we don't have that systematic structure, or what you actually, from your own self-drive, self-motivation, seek to learn for yourself. But when you get yourself into such a structured program, there's so much, it opens up your mind. When I joined the organization, my scope was primarily Kenya. But in the last 2 years, my scope has been expanded to support the other 6 countries within Eastern Africa. So of course, this comes with additional responsibilities. It comes with additional focus on growing the business, understanding the region, working with different partners, understanding the health ecosystem in other geographies. Yeah, and that obviously has its own challenges, but you know, the best part of it is growth, right? One of the things that I've also seen in the last 2 years has really increased for me is a lot of conversations in forums that are advocating strengthening of health systems. So I've had a lot of invitations to panel discussions. I've been in forums where I'm in roundtable conversations with different stakeholders and just giving an opinion from a very informed point of view, both from the advanced training I've had with my MBA and also from experience. I like working with people who understand and have the focus in what they want to deliver, and I feel Strathmore as a business school has that focus. I really advocate for Strathmore because you have clear systems that work. You create a forum where the exchange between your students and your lecturers is almost at a peer-to-peer level. Yeah, so having that accessibility to your students, you know, getting to understand even the background of where we come from, yeah, and allowing us to also customize. We juggle so many things in our lives, right? But having that flexibility to accommodate the different spheres we have in our life, I feel is something very commendable about Strathmore, because you look at us from a holistic perspective. And finally, it's a quality and standards are very important. You have that. You work with external or international faculty, so there's that. We're not just localizing the level of learnings here, but you're also creating forums for us to engage with international faculty, international universities. For this particular program, we also had an international module. So that also exposes us to what is happening globally, and we're not just limited to our Kenyan or African context. Yeah, so we're broadening our learnings more at an international level as well.